Thank you for watching RooTV.
Hello everyone and welcome back to RooTV. I'm Jaslyn Summers.
And I'm Afnan Hussain. I hope everyone affected by the unfortunate shooting at the Super Bowl parade is doing okay. Remember, there are counselors at UMKC who are more than willing to help you and guide you through these difficult times.
Royals team owners announced they'd like to build a new stadium right in the heart of downtown Kansas City. This potential move would force several small businesses to be shut down and demolished. There have been months of speculation, but the final plan has been revealed. It still needs taxpayer approval, but the stadium would be built right next to the T-Mobile Center, spanning from Truman Road to 17th Street and McGee Street to Oak Street.
I don't think it's a good idea at all. I think that it's actually more so for the Chiefs.
Arrowhead Stadium honestly gets way more people in their stadium than the Royal Stadium. So, I mean, they need more parking. They need that room to get those people into the building.
I don't like the idea of the Royal Stadium being moved because they only want to move it because the Chiefs are like a good team right now. But like the Dallas Cowboys used to be really good. They're not anymore, you know? And so it's like they're only going to be successful until like Patrick Mahomes or like Travis Kelce moves out. And then it's like, what if the Royals start winning and they need that garage space too?
Again, voters go to the polls in April and will have a chance to approve a renewed sales tax. If approved, it would fund the move for the Royals as well as expansions to Arrowhead Stadium. Officials say they hope to open the new stadium by 2028. Keeping the sports theme going, let's head into the den with Zach Gunter.
Welcome back into the den. I'm your host, Zach Gunter. Men's basketball took on the top-ranked South Dakota State Jackrabbits last Thursday. In a game that saw both teams trading blows, the Roos came out on top 72-67. They now sit in 5th place in the Summit League at 12-15, 6-6 in conference. Next up, the men's team travels to Vermillion, South Dakota to take on the South Dakota Coyotes, then head straight back home to take on the Omaha Mavericks. Next, the women's team played South Dakota State in Brookings, South Dakota. Unfortunately, they ended up losing by 21. Entering the fourth quarter down 16 points did not spell victory for the Roos, and the final score ended up being 53-74. South Dakota State remains perfect in the Summit League. The team still sits in 8th place in the Summit League with an overall record of 11-16 and a conference record of 2-10. Opposite the men's team, the women stay home against South Dakota, then head to Omaha to take on the Mavericks. Roos softball competed in the Maverick Invitational in Arlington, Texas this week. There were 5 games on Kansas City's schedule. However, the second game against DePaul was canceled due to weather. The Roos ended up losing to Michigan State in the first game, putting them at 0-7 on the season. However, the team won its next 2 games against DePaul and UT Arlington. In Kansas City's final game of the week, they lost to Boise State 6-2. Kansas City now sits at 2-8 on the season, putting them in 6th place out of 7 Summit League schools that host softball. Next up, the team heads to Houston, Texas to play in the Husky Classic. There, they'll play against Houston Christian twice and Prairie View A&M 3 times. This all starts on Friday, February 23rd. That's all I have for you today. As always, stay strong, Kansas City.
2 juveniles are now facing charges in connection with the tragic shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade. 1 woman was killed and 22 others injured. Due to their age, the suspects remain unnamed as they are held in a juvenile detention center. Additional charges expected pending further investigation. Police Chief Stacey Graves confirmed the loss of Lisa Lopez Galvin, a respected radio DJ, and noted that a significant portion of the injured are minors. Several UMKC alums and students were among the first responders on the front lines, providing help to the victims of the mass shooting. Because of that, 4 large cards were signed by the UMKC family to send messages of support. Hundreds of students took part in this gesture on campus, and the cards will be delivered to the family of Lisa Lopez Galvin.
You know, Afnan, it was a tragedy, but what shouldn't be lost in all of the parade happenings is just how much fun it was before everything happened to see 1 million people come to Kansas City to celebrate the Chiefs' Super Bowl 58 win.
Go Chiefs!
Go Chiefs! Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. Make sure to hop on the subscribe button and follow us on Instagram at RooTV UMKC. Roo up.
In 5, 4,
Hello, everyone.